More than 100 personnel and 41 agencies have been involved in the search for Wells since she was reported missing from her home in the Beach Creek community Tuesday night.
First of all, I want to thank y'all for coming. We are amazed at the amount of attention this has. A lot of it because of you all, but we are monitoring all social medias. We are just overwhelmed with the support of the community. I've been in law enforcement almost 44 years, and I've never seen an outpour of a community supporting any other cause, because they know it's all about finding Summer. We have a lot of people praying. We have a lot of people with boots on the ground, and just like Leslie said, we have 2 investigations going, and I can assure you that the investigation on part of law enforcement is extremely intense, just like the boots on the ground and all the searching that's going on, coordinated by Captain here. It's very, very hard. The volunteers are great, and we really don't need the general public. As the captain said, we've got trained professionals in the woods. We know exactly where they are, how they're doing. They check on them routinely. We know how many's out there, who's out there, and we know when they come back. If the general public helps, then we will not know they're out there, and we could lose somebody else. We're still wanting people to call 1-800-TBI-FINE for information, any they have. And like I said yesterday, everything's on the table. We're trying to find exactly what happened to this young lady, and we're not going to stop until we find her.
Does anybody have any questions? We'll take a couple.
Yes, I have a question for Captain Coop. In speaking with dive teams, what are you guys actually doing with that? Is that searching ponds, creeks, lakes? Could you just elaborate a little bit more on what that search has looked like? We talked about ground aerial.
Yes, so our specialized teams, as I spoke on, the USAR, the dive teams, as both Sheriff Ray Lawson and Leslie spoke, we are pursuing every avenue. We're covering every ground cover. We're covering every aspect. At the end of it, if we don't cover it, we have to cover everything 100%. We're utilizing them just to clear waterways, areas that we can't put our normal people into, the canines and stuff.
What kind of dogs do you have?
So we have a couple different types of dogs on our team. So we have air scent, we have trailing, and then we also have human remains detection dogs.
I want to give you a little bit of background on where we're at. We're at a campgrounds in eastern Pennsylvania with a large amount of woods connected to it. This is a very realistic scenario where someone would go off with their family just for an afternoon walk and get turned around. So using this kind of area is going to give these dogs a significant challenge. In this scenario, I'm simulating that I've been lost for 24 hours. Very realistic for this team to use that kind of time frame, because that's normally when they get called in. It takes them a little bit as volunteers to make their response to wherever area they're going, set up and start the searches. What's really unique about them is all their dogs that they use are certified by a third party. They actually use the International Police Work Dog Association to certify them every 2 years. And if they do not pass those certifications, they will not use those dogs on the next call out. The next thing in the video here, you see a scent bag that the guy is carrying. This is very important to any of the search and rescues. You got to make sure that the scent that they were picking up is non-contaminated. So for us, they were able to swab me before I left, but that's not normally the scenario. What's going to happen is they're going to have to go to your home or have some piece of clothing that's not contaminated by anything else in order to get a proper scent. And then they can do ground tracking, air scent, all kinds of different things in order to find us. Michael and I have been out all night. We've tried to find our way out of the woods here and can't seem to locate our trail that we came in on. There is a high tension wire behind me. It's kind of an open space, but we're tired. We didn't sleep much last night, and you know, Michael's getting a little hungry. I'm sure he's got a diaper that needs to be changed. I tried to use my cell phone, and I can't seem to get a signal. I got a little bit of battery left, but we are gonna have to wait for rescue. So hopefully rescue's gonna start pretty soon, and we'll see how it goes. First dog that we're using is gonna be Dakota. She's a trailing dog. Notice how the handler has her on lead. She gives her the scent bag, and look how quickly she picks up on that scent as they begin their search.
So what are you guys looking for right now? looking for any clues, or like Dave said, can we see a path? That somebody's walked down a path? Is there something there? Is there broken limbs? Is there even a footprint? It's pretty muddy today. We may pick up a footprint. Any type of clues that we can use. And then we're also watching for the dog to see his behavior. Does he slow down? Does he get more interest? And we'll mark that on our GPS.
I really wanted to put these dogs to the test, so I tried to trick them a little bit. As I was walking into the woods and we were getting lost, I left a kind of a trail to distract them. What I ended up doing is leaving one of Michael's, my grandson's toys, out where we spent the night, and then we moved on. I was wondering, would this dog be able to pick it up and move forward?
In the GPS, I'm marking that we found a clue, which is a small toy. I'm marking it on our GPS, and we're going to download this when we get back so we can know our track. And Dave's going to take a picture of the toy so we can see if it's associated with the lost subject.
You could imagine that an adult may have picked up the child, and so you might not find clues for the child anymore. You might find clues from the adult that's carrying the child.
See, there's a footprint in this mud here.
Where did you see it, Marty?
Right there, there's a tread. There's 2 treads right here.
So there's 2 different treads. You can see that there's a different tread from this one and a smaller tread over here. They're not the same boot. And this is their left foot. I'm gonna take a quick measurement, guys. Since it's a partial, I'm just gonna take the width and then what I can find for the length. So with the rubber bands, now I know if we find another footprint, I can see if that's the same width and the same length of what we have so far.
Oh, you hear something? I hear a plane. Should I go see where the plane's coming? See if they can find us. I hear a plane. Here, come here. Maybe we can go see the plane. We tried to catch that plane and run it across the field here, or the woods here, across the creek. And yeah, we ran fast, but Grandpa twisted his ankle. Yes, now my foot hurts. As you continue to watch Dakota track us down, I did a couple of different things. I stopped, I circled back, I went to areas that were real thick, real thin. But if you watch Dakota very closely, she stops at the exact same places that I stopped. Oh, who's that? I see someone. Say, hey! Say it loud.
Hi.
Look at the doggy. Oh, thank you.
Hey guys, what's your name?
My name is Mike.
Mike,
Thank you for coming. This is Michael also.
Michael, thanks.
You come to rescue us, buddy.
Buddy, how are you?
Yeah, you've done well. Is everybody feeling okay?
We were doing good. We heard a plane go by, and so we ran over, and I twisted my ankle on these rocks over here.
All right, we'll take a look
So
at that.
we've been out here all night.
You stay warm last night? You were
Yeah,
okay with it together?
we used some leaves and tried to cover it up as best we could, but
Looks like you got found a good, safe place.
yeah, we're pretty thirsty. You guys got any water?
I do. I was just gonna ask you, are you thirsty, buddy?
Want something to drink? We've been out here a while. I tried to call my wife yesterday, and my phone died.
What about medical again? You mentioned one of your ankles.
I left my boot on. I heard a snap. I don't know if it's broken or just swollen, but
Buddy, can I just take a look and make sure
I've been
you're
able to
okay?
put a little bit of pressure on it, but not
David,
much.
by the way. Is it okay if I look at your child?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's gonna check you out, Michael.
You good? You have any bug bites? You feeling okay?
He got a little scratch on his neck.
You do.
I don't know if that's from us sleeping or what.
Now you look like an adventurer now. You want to wipe your hands down?
Cell phones don't get out all the time.
There you go. You can wipe your hands.
And it was half charged.
Get you all
when I
nice
came
and
out.
cleaned up. Can I have this hand?
You know, I didn't even have a backpack or nothing. I just had his backpack.
Can I see the scratch that you have?
And our toy.
Can
We
I see
figured
your
to go out for an hour or so.
Right, right.
And,
It's easy to get lost and turn around when every tree looks.
It seemed like I kept going in circles.
Does that feel
Like
okay?
I
Does that hurt?
Yeah, I tried to keep this to the one side because that's where the wires are, but I
Do you
kept
want to hold
turn
this?
around and
You can hold that. There you go. That's yours.
it was difficult. Important to understand that once we are found, we've been out there for an extended period of time. They are going to bring with them not only medical treatment, but nutrients. They're going to bring water and food.
They work for their reward and play. So normally when we're in training, the dog would play with the subject that they find. Obviously in this kind of situation, we're more worried about assessing the subject that's out there, the lost person. So we just kind of come off to the side and play with her a little bit.
After that scenario, us being found, we reset and did it again. This time we were bringing out an air scent dog.
Got a GPS collar on. That's what that collar is. It's not like a shock collar or anything.
Yeah.
Like a GPS collar, so we can track them. So it's best for him if he's working into the wind. So right now, it's actually the wind's coming right into his face. So that'll be good for him. Yeah. When he was out here, he picked up some odor. I'm sure he's picking up some odor down in here. And he came back, when he ran back in amongst all of my flankers, he's checking to make sure that this odor is different than one of these guys. He has a bell on. It's called a bear bell. That way, if we encounter bears out in the woods, it hopefully will spook the bears away. But it's also, we use it so we can tell where the dog is, since he could get, 200-300 yards away. Hopefully I would still be able to hear where he is. His trained final response when he finds these people that we're looking for is he's going to come back and he's going to rip this ball off my side, and then he's going to take the ball back. I'm going to tell him, show me, and he's going to lead me back to wherever the lost person is. So that's what his trained final response is. Some people will use a bark, like the dog will come back and bark at the handler and then go back. Chase has been taught this. So.
Just like Dakota, Chase immediately finds a toy and then continues searching.
Good boy.
Devin is tagging it with GPS.
He's tagging it with GPS and photograph.
I am flanking right now. So I'm working with the dog, but I'm also staying in a search lane and looking for clues that maybe the dog isn't looking for. Looking for personal items, anything that could have fallen, any kind of clue that would lead us to the missing person.
He's the most important tool on the team, so we have to keep him healthy, so we're going to take a break here and give him a little water.
Very cool about this, even though it's an air scent dog, he finds the exact same place where we stopped, spent a little extra time, and then moved on. Chase takes the time to investigate to make sure we're still not there.
Hey, puppy! Hey, puppy!
Show me, bud. Where they at?
One of the coolest things about these dogs is they are very gentle. Even though they are certified by the International Police Working Dog Association, they are not police dogs. They are very gentle to children, people with special needs, elderly that may have dementia. As they come up on us and find us, that dog just wants to sit down and play because it's done its job, it's found us, and now it's just going to be able to relax.
And all those little places where you sat, you're creating little scent pools. They're aging a little bit, but every time you get up and move, you're creating another scent pool. So what does my dog do when it encounters one?
Right.
And then it moves on and catches another one. Or what does it do when you have multiple flankers
We're ready to go. I know, we're gonna
that
go.
all create a different scent?
Right. This is a HRD dog, stands for human remains. These are very unique because they pick up the scent of decomp. That decomp happens almost immediately once somebody passes away. They're able to pick up that scent and start searching. What's really cool about this is they can do this on land or on water. water. You put them on the tip of a boat, and if someone had drowned and now they've expired, they give off that decomp. The dogs can smell that through the water. Very cool to use. The other thing is they can do is search for really old stuff. So if you want to go search for things from the Civil War or something like that, these dogs can pick up those things. So not only are they useful for rescues, but you use them for historical events too.
So the first thing I'll do is check the air, see what the wind is doing. And it's blowing up this way. Her command is just to search. She does only human detection. Search. Good girl. So it's underneath the slats in the wood there. Good dog.
And her sitting down next to it then signified that that's
she
where
put her
it was.
nose in and then sat.
Gotcha.
Been out here for a while, so there's a big scent pool.
So how does she know not to keep going back to the same one?
So we try to when we're setting up a training, we try to make it so that they're not so close to each other. But she would, if she goes back to the other one, we'll just say good dog, and we've already found that one. Once you stop breathing, you start decomposition right away.
Right.
So if it can be just a couple hours of death, or it could be days or weeks.
Okay.
So she's not trained to look for a live person.
So it's a very specific smell that she's looking for.
Yes. We've done 40 acres or 60 acres, and it's a lot of nose time for the dog. So we practice. This is quick and easy, just so you can see. But we want to really build their nose time so that they can work for an hour or 2 hours.
We did a couple scenarios using a couple different dogs. We used that open air dog, we used the trail dog, and even the HRD dog.